Merry Christmas. I wanted to tell you something that you can look for depending on what area you're in. But in the wintertime, we tend to see, winter cardinals and birds that stick around. And another one that is red that you could, if you don't know birds well enough, you could mistake for other birds. So this is called a grosbeak. It's a winter grosbeak, and it has like raspberry red feathers, and they are around pine trees and mountainous areas a lot. But as it gets colder and all the yards quiet down for the winter, just when you think nobody's coming to your feeder, you might have a pine grosbeak show up. So they're really sweet birds. They're approachable and they're not easily scared of humans, typically because they're known for being slow and kind of sluggish. But they are a northern bird species, like snowy owls, and they do move south if their sources of food, like any other bird, is irregular. They have a migration to look for food. So if you're lucky enough to not be in the high mountainous areas and you see a grosbeak, it's because they are searching for food and you can help them out. But normally they are in the forests of Canada and Alaska and high mountain areas in the west, like in the Rockies and, I don't know, maybe Washington and Oregon, places like that. But they have really strong bills, and they're known for being able to snip through those tree buds and big seeds and nuts. So they hop from tree to tree and branch to branch looking for that. Now in the summer, they'll eat spiders and insects like other birds, but 90% of their food is normally vegetation. So if you do happen to catch some grosbeaks in the winter, you can help them out by putting like the black oil sunflower seeds or the shelled sunflower seeds and some fruits on a flat platform feeder. So they are on the larger scale though, which explains their thicker bill. They're more on the robin size and not like a small wren or a sparrow. They're bigger birds. And that helps make their bills really sturdy and stubby. The males are really colorful. They have the raspberry head and chest, and the females are actually a dull yellow. But as they grow, the gray bodies and yellowish heads. So you might want to look that up more if you're interested. But like I said, they are northern birds, and they usually are in a flock of like 30 if it's a big flock looking for food, 30 or more members. They are monogamous and solitary nesters. They make kind of like a cup-shaped nest. I think hummingbirds do that too, but obviously these ones would be bigger, and they're about 20 feet off the ground, up to 20 feet off the ground in the trees. So they like to be in the thicker evergreens, and they usually have maybe up to four eggs, is what I've read before. And then they take turns, like most parents, take turns feeding the babies, and actually while the female is incubating the eggs, the male feeds the female. So, hello. The male feeds the female food, and she can just sit there and warm up the eggs. And then they also I don't know how many birds do this, but they can develop like a throat pouch to carry extra food back to the nest in. So, yeah, look for these. Probably our friends in Alaska see this, and Canadian Rockies for sure, because those Rockies are so amazing and tall and thick forested. Our Rockies are great too in America, but definitely the Canadian Rockies are very, very thick, and I could see why these birds would take cover there. So just wanted to show you another beautiful bird for the winter that you can keep an eye out for. And definitely, if you're interested, look into different species of birds and animals that can come to your yard in the winter, because you'll definitely see them against the less grass area in the winter, or if you get snow, against the bright white beautiful snow, and these bright colors will surely stand out. So Also, look for these in the winter and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.